Rusty Quill presents The Magnus Protocol. Episode 51, Legacy Issues.
Work emergency?
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I had a feeling we'd have one this evening.
What? How?
Not sure. Either I've got a touch of ESP or you're getting predictable. Maybe both. Probably both.
Well, warn me next time so I can at least dress for it.
Dress for what? Oh, no. Forget I asked. Has Jack been fed?
Yeah, he was sleeping when I had to leave. He just needs someone to keep an eye on him.
Got it. He'll have both of mine in about 15 minutes.
Perfect. Thanks, George. Oh, get off!
Celia? What's happening? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just give me a second. Bugger off!
What's that? Do I hear mooing? Like a cow?
Yeah. Georgie, I'm sorry. I can't really...
Can't really explain because it's super secret work stuff, Seriously, Celia, I don't care if it gets me on another watch list. One of these days you have got to tell me what the hell these work emergencies actually are.
And you'd just sit quietly on that info and not immediately podcast it out to the world?
Not the whole world. Just 50 or so dedicated listeners.
I'll think about it.
Fine. Anyway, I'd better be going. Have fun with your cows, I guess?
Ugh. But thanks again, Georgie.
I know. I'm wonderful. I'll text you when he wakes up.
Don't suppose you can give me a lift to London?
Hi, yes, please tell me I'm through to the Cabinet Office because I've been bounced around the entire civil service by this point. Right, okay. This is Gwendolyn Bouchard from the Office of Incident Assessment and Response. Yeah, hi. Now, I'm looking for some documentation, but no one seems to have any idea where it is. Great. I'm looking for everything you have on the OIAR. Personnel records, operations reports, budgets, software notation, whatever you have. No, I realise that, but I've recently been appointed as head of the department. Yeah, thanks. But the problem is my predecessor neglected her records, and I've been trying to get things in order for the minister. But, yeah, Trevor Herbert. Anyway, the problem is there's no records from before 2021 here. Nothing. Now, I don't know if it's a system issue or a management problem or whatever, but I need help finding copies of those records, and apparently nobody has any idea where they're kept. No, Mr. Herbert is not, has been unable to assist in this particular matter, but he's given my inquiries his full blessing. Okay, so if you're not responsible for maintaining those archives, then who is? Yes, but I can't put in a formal request to the department head because I am the department head, and I'm telling you that those records aren't here. I know they should be here, that's why I'm trying to find them.
Right, I understand your frustration.
Yes, fine, whatever. Goodbye. Go on then. I'm listening.
From the work diary of Robert Boyle, November 29th, 1652. W is dead, an inquisitive gentleman and a friend, not deserving of the judgment laid upon him. I must act and not succumb to the faintness that may overtake me should I remember his face when I found him. Too much enamored with the alchemy, he would give no heed to my growing proofs of its insufficiency to know the works of God, and continue his own experiments beyond what any might countenance. Yet in this he found some matter that goes beyond what might be believed. He summoned me to his laboratory, knowing that while no true skeptic, I had little patience remaining for alchemy as a method to understand our Lord's design. Thus would I make, as he said, the finest eyes to behold his achievement. He told me once it was his calling, that he was drawn to alchemical discovery as a priest were drawn to the church. I did not believe him. I did not understand him. I still do not, although I have seen it. W's goal, he said, was beyond mere chrysopoeia. The mutation of base metals was nothing to him. He was to transform the very substance of his self, of his spirit. I believed he was speaking of prayer and devotion, perhaps inviting me to nothing more rare than a strange session of worship. I was a fool. He greeted me most cordially, and we ate together most happily. He tore into his meat with a violence that spoke of such hunger that I found my own venison hard to stomach. This should perhaps have spoken to me of the profound imbalance of his spirit, the dreadful need that he wished to fill with something dark and ungodly. It inspired in me a small, wordless fear, and upon seeing this, there came a grim satisfaction upon his face. W explained his previous experiments. He told me every particular of what he was about to attempt. He pointed, one after another, at every alteration he had made to the chair in which he was to sit. He spent much time on the designs he had burned into the leather straps, and the methods by which he had measured, placed, and sharpened the points that jutted out from its back and into his. He laughed when I expressed alarm at the blood that was pooling around his feet. He spoke to me in words of ridicule and blasphemy. Should I have stopped him? Yes, although I do not know how such a thing might have been done. Before it was clear that I should undertake to arrest his experiment, the means to do so were beyond my reach, and his awful change had begun. I will not commit to ink the particulars of what I saw. To write them is to give them form they should not have, for form is what they desire most of all. Yet I cannot write nothing. In years to come, I will read these words, and if they do not contain W's end, then I shall not believe my memories. I say then this. The experiment was most physical in its nature. It did not mutate the inanimate, but it did mutate his flesh. It was in all things alchemical, flawed, and thus impossible, yet it was successful. And I may give assurance to the memory, the piercing cry of agony you hear in your dreams is true to the sound he produced as he changed. It is impossible. For years I have labored beside the alchemists and found many of their methods astray in their understanding of the world. Oft I have showed their experiments as failures or misapprehensions of natural laws. Yet what I saw was no illusion, no mummery, no deceit. I have even, after some trepidation, attempted it myself with some success, though I ceased long before the transmutation that took my friend's life in so unholy a manner. There has been a great change. Where once I had found these alchemies were mostly adornments on the chemical process, ambitions without formative merit, Something now comes to fill the absence. It is not, cannot be of God's light or his creation, but is instead some dark quintessence. Not prima materia, as the alchemists would have it, but mutare materia, that fouls what it touches in manners too terrible to set down in detail. It makes me so very afraid. Afraid of what has been created and what I saw become of my misguided friend, yes, but afraid more of a world in which such experiments abound, where it is known the force of dark quintessence may move to give you what you wish in its awful transmutations. There remain but few ardent alchemists, and my invisible college has been working to bring them into our more noble work of new philosophy. It is my hope that we may yet restrain this mutare materia from doing true injury to our Lord's creation. I must write to H. His work as an intelligencer may prove vital to our cause. If we are to have any hope of arresting this quintessence of dread and darkness, then we must be quick, secret, and clear of purpose. Perhaps H's work within the court might give us the sanction we require. The key, I believe, is balance. It is in the imbalance of alchemy and its absence of truths that the mutare materia enters. Then it twists the weft and warp of goodly creation to produce the impossible, and thereby distort the spirit to leave only lingering things of terror and despair. Balance is essential in all things. Balance and ignorance. The worst of it is that for all the evil he took into his body, W did not die, is not dead. I hear his voice still. I smell the putrescence of the substance he became as it wafts through my window on the winter wind. It makes me so very afraid, and I know that is why he calls to me so. Should my entreaties to H prove successful, our first and holiest duty will be to find and destroy whatever horror is left of my friend, before he may spread his corruption unchecked. May God help us all and guide our hands.
All right. Thank you, I guess. Maybe something a bit more recent next time?
This is Celia's phone. Leave a...
Don't you dare send me to voicemail.
What do you want, Gwen?
What do I want? Some respect from my subordinates for a start, but right now, I'll settle for you explaining why it's half an hour into the workday and I'm looking at an empty office.
Celia late again?
We're not talking about Celia right now. We're talking about you. Unless you happen to know where she keeps disappearing to.
I don't know. You should ask that tiny, fragile human that needs constant care and attention that she hangs out with. Maybe he knows.
And what's your excuse?
I've been going through a list of names I found on Sam's computer. People he and Celia talked to about Magnus stuff. Thought it might be worth trying to have a chat with them myself, but I'm trying to get an appointment with this deputy head and they're not having any of it.
Alice, I need you to come into work. Now.
And I need one single solitary lead on what's going on that isn't another complete waste of time. So I guess we're both shit out of luck. Unless you find out anything more about Schweitzer. Of course you didn't. I swear to God, the only thing stopping me from jumping in after Sam or taking an axe to the servers like Colin is because both options are equally better than having to deal with you right now, and I just can't choose.
Look, are you coming into work or not, Alice? Because we're really behind on the caseload.
Of course we're behind. We're always behind because there's only two of us.
You're right.
I know. I've been saying it for weeks. So if you want to catch up so badly, then maybe you should get off your managerial arse and actually help for a change. Gwen? Hello?
Look, Alice, do I need to mark you absent for tonight, or...
For Christ's sake, I'm literally outside.
What? Then why didn't you... Right. Good. Hurry up.
Oh, Alice, we're so behind on all the cases that matter so much to everyone after I completely screwed us. Jesus Christ.
Hey, leave me a message. Or don't. Whatever.
Hey, dickhead. You know who? Found a review of your last gig, and, I'm sure you've already seen it, but it said you weren't nearly as shit as I expected, so yeah, kudos. Anyway, call me back when you're not busy mortgaging your future for fame and fortune, and reassure your sister you haven't been murdered by grumpy sound techs or something. I miss you. Sort of. You dickhead. Oh, gotta go. Call me back. Ciao. Teddy! Oi! Teddy, you dozy prick!
Oh, hi Alice. Sorry, I didn't see you.
Where have you been, man? Have you been getting my messages?
Yeah, sorry. I'm just a bit behind at the moment. New job and all that.
Teddy, are you alright?
Of course. Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Listen, Teddy mate, don't take this the wrong way or anything.
There we go.
But you look like shit.
Charming, as ever.
No, I'm serious. Is everything okay?
I'm fine.
Try again.
I'm just not sleeping well, alright? New job, stress. Don't worry about it.
I'm allowed to worry about my friends, Teddy.
Sure.
So, what's in the bag? Hang on, is this a mini disc player?
Don't touch that!
Jesus, Teddy, okay.
It's just for work. They're very particular. They don't like, I'll text you later, Alice.
What the hell was that? Christ, I need to talk to someone normal.
Alice, what does the phrase literally outside mean to you? Because I heard it 10 minutes ago, and yet you're still not at your desk.
Not exactly what I had in mind.
The Magnus Protocol is a podcast distributed by Rusty Quill and licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial Share-alike 4.0 international license. The series is created by Jonathan Sims and Alexander J Newall, and directed by Alexander J Newall. This episode was written by Jonathan Sims and edited with additional materials by Alexander J Newall, with vocal edits by Nico Vitesse, soundscaping by Meg McKellar, and mastering by Catherine Ranella, with music by Sam Jones. It featured Billie Hindle as Alice Dyer, Lowri Davies as Celia Ripley, Anusia Battersby as Gwen Bouchard, Sasha Sienna as Georgie Barker, Kazeem Tosin Amore as Teddy Vaughn, with additional voices from Tim Fearon. The Magnus Protocol is produced by April Sumner, with executive producers Alexander J Newall, Dani McDonough, Linn C, and Samantha F.G. Hamilton, and associate producers Jordan L. Hawke, Taylor Michaels, Nicole Perlman, Cetius DeRaven, and Megan Nice. To subscribe, explore exclusive extras, and enjoy early access ad-free episodes, visit members.rustyquill.com or join our Patreon. Rate and review us online, follow us on social media, and email us at mail@rustyquill.com. Thanks for listening.